Welcome, company, to the new segment called Build-a-Mon. This is your host, DPG06 here. I appreciate you popping in. Let's go ahead and introduce our guest. And as you already know, Big Boba himself. Big Boba, man. How's it going, man? Going well, man. I'm excited to be here. This is going to be pretty dope. This is going to be amazing. Great to hear, man. So we're glad to have you as well as join us on this new segment. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you're ready for it. Oh, I'm super ready. This is going to be legit. I think it's going to be super interesting. Nice. Before we get started, we want to go ahead and put a disclaimer not to use these builds in ranked. This is only for fun, only for standards, but we do want you to like this video, comment if you could use this build in ranked, and let's go ahead and get into selection. Alright, so for our first selection, it looks like it's going to be Pokemon type. Big Boba, what are you looking for in this Pokemon type? Honestly, you're going to expect me to say attacker, but nah, I think an all-arounder would be great for a first video, man, just because there's so many different all-arounders right now, and I think it would be a lot interesting to kind of see like what kind of builds and things that you can be made with these randoms with selections. So I'm hoping for an all-arounder. All right, well, let's go ahead and see if you are right. All right, oh, slowing down. Looks like it's gonna be an attacker. That is gonna be kind of interesting for a first video for sure. Next up, it looks like we're gonna have the held items. So with held items, we're gonna be doing 3. So Big Boba, once again, with the attacker, you think it's gonna give some of that's gonna match an attacker, or are you gonna think it's gonna give some held items that's gonna be completely far from what they are? Honestly, man, I think it's gonna be a little bit of both. I think it's gonna give some that is gonna be extremely helpful for whatever attacker is picked. But I think it's gonna give some BS too, to where it's gonna give something that's not gonna mean anything to that Pokemon, or is gonna be any help for that Pokemon either. I think it's gonna be a little bit of I agree. Well, let's go ahead and get into the first spin for the held item. It's starting to slow down. It looks like it's gonna be hitting that attack spec, special attack specs. Depending on what type of Pokemon is getting selected, I think that's not a bad pick. It's gonna have to stack with it, but I think it's gonna be an actual nice pick for that. Honestly, there's a lot of attackers out there that could be beneficial for that for sure. Looks like we already got the second spin rolling, and it looks like we got Buddy Barrier. Not a bad pick. I mean, you can use Buddy Barrier with Buddy Barrier is always a good go-to. You agree? You get that extra XP or HP, excuse me, to help with the tankiness to survivability. So I think that's for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get that spin for that last one, the last item, and it's looking like Muscle Band. Actually, this isn't a bad build for any like Pokemon itself. I would say it has to use it more for special attack Pokemon, obviously, because the special attack specs, but also you want to get a Pokemon that is going to get a lot of autos versus their specials on the Unite. So I don't think this is too bad of a build. Yeah, I would agree, man. What's your thoughts, Big Boba? Not a bad build at all. There's a lot of attackers that are special attack, so I feel like those build overall would be great. I think the Decidueye would be perfect for this, honestly, with the special specs and the muscle band with the autos. So we're gonna see here in a second which one is gonna be matched with it. So the next item we're getting into is gonna be the battle item. So let's see what that is gonna look like. Eject button. Once again, not a bad pick, not a bad spin. Overall, this build together I think that's a solid battle item for any Pokemon, really. It gets you out of situations fairly easily and sticky situations. So yeah, I think it's a good. Yeah, for sure. So it looks like we're gonna be picking the 2 Pokemon who's gonna be running these builds. Let's see what that's gonna look like. First pick is going to be Greninja. With Greninja, it'd be solid that Greninja is an attack Pokemon. I'm not too sure about that. I mean, he does use a lot of autos for a muscle band, Buddy Barrier can give him some HP, but I don't know. That's it's kind of a waste. What you think? Like I was just saying, man. With Greninja, you can use autos. I think the Muscle Band will be cool for that. But that Buddy Barrier is really not going to be useful until the ult comes out, and then obviously special attack specs is not going to be helpful at all in that situation. True. That is true. So we're going to get into the next spin for the next Pokemon, which is going to be... Dun, 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 dun. Oh, is that Guardy? Oh no, Ninetails. Looks like it's gonna be Ninetails. That is a fantastic build for Ninetails, actually. I feel like that's a great build. I would actually kind of consider using this in ranked. I feel like for ranked, I mean, there's obviously better builds out there, but I mean, for a random selection, this isn't a bad build. You got the special attack specs. Once you get those stacks, it kind of helps out with that situation. You kind of do auto, so that works too. And then Buddy Barrier is going to be extremely helpful when that ult comes out. So yeah, not too bad. Well, looking at these stats, they're looking pretty even when it comes between Greninja and Ninetails. So offense is right on the money. Endurance is pretty close, as well as scoring aspect of things. But it looks like Greninja has that one up on Ninetails when it comes to that mobility. And with having that eject button, it just kind of enhances that mobility. Yeah, once again, I agree. With mobility, Greninja is one of the best when it comes to that mobility. Having that eject button helps him get out of sticky situations fairly easily. But once again, that special attack specs isn't going to be too helpful. I mean, Greninja is going to be a great. Well, I will give this Greninja probably with a 6 out of 10 when it comes to the build. Buddy Barrier and Muscle are pretty good items. Eject button, pretty good. Special attack is not going to do him any at all. So I would give him a 6 out of 10. Yeah, and for Ninetails, low key, I would give it 7.5 out of 10. It's not a terrible build. Well, there you have it. Well, let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. Make sure you like, comment what you like about this video so far, and subscribe if you are new in here. But let's go ahead and get into the gameplay and some commentation around the game. Well, there you have it. That is the ending of this video. Who do you think won, Ninetails or Greninja? Make sure you put that in the comments below. DPG had to settle some stomach issues, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this off. Make sure you subscribe if you are new and hit this like button if you enjoyed this video. So we appreciate you tuning into this broadcast. We hope to see you in the next one. Maybe I'll be taking DPG's job. We'll see. Peace.